Welcome fellow mobile gaming fanatics, I'm MyTyme, this is Pokemon Go and I'm back. Had a load of problems recently with going on holiday, with work, with the internet in my place. Everything has stopped me really from playing too much, but I'm back now, okay? I'm here with Pokemon Go and this video is going to be a little introduction to the game, kind of a few bits what's going on. I'm not going to do too much, there's plenty of videos out there which will give you guys great insight into the game. I'm just going to kind of show you a few of the basics, explain a couple of things that the game doesn't, and tell you what you want to do if you're just starting out in this video. So when you start out from level 1, kind of get to level 5, 6, kind of like where I am now, even level 7, first thing you want to do is just go out and catch Pokemon, okay? You walk around, it's a GPS based game, so it tracks your location, and you want to walk around and you will encounter Pokemon. As you encounter Pokemon, you try and catch them by throwing Pokeballs at them, and you keep doing this. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You walk to these blue squares, and I click on one, okay? And they're called Pokestops. When you get nearer, they turn into a Pokeball. A blue one, you spin it around, it will go purple, which means you've collected rewards. A load of rewards will pop out, and that's how you basically replenish your items for free. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for the first 5 levels. You ignore these things in the middle, like where this Vaporeon is. That's a gym. We'll come to gyms later. What you can do first of all, I'll show you my Pokemon here. I've got 65 Pokemon. This is every single Pokemon I've caught so far. I've not transferred a Pokemon, I've not evolved a Pokemon, I've done nothing, I've just kept hold of them all. The reason why I do that is because getting up to level 5, level 6, level 7, you're not really going to use any of these Pokemon, okay? You're not battling anyone up until level 5, you don't battle random people in the street, it's only in the gyms where you'll use your Pokemon, so there's absolutely no point leveling them up, evolving them at the start, okay? Just collect them, just keep collecting them, and the reason you can do that is because you're going to try and level your character up as quickly as possible, and the best way to do that is using double XP, okay? And you're going to say, where'd you get double XP? Let's click on this Pokeball in the middle and click on items, and there you go. Lucky eggs will give you double XP for 30 minutes. So your idea is to collect a whole load of Pokemon and hopefully collect some lucky eggs as well while you're in going to these different Pokestops. If you live in a built-up area, then or a big city, there's going to be loads of Pokestops around. You're lucky if you're in somewhere a bit more residential, maybe a little bit more desolate, out in the wilderness, you're going to struggle with Pokestops. So you're going to maybe want to have to travel every so often to somewhere where there are a few, so you can top up on your Pokeballs, etc. Now you can buy a lot of this stuff, but I'm going to keep away from the buying side for the moment and just look at what's going on. So you're going to basically want to pop that lucky egg at a time when you are evolving lots of Pokemon, because an evolved Pokemon gives you 500 XP, and if you've got a lucky egg it will give you 1000. Catching a new Pokemon gives you 500 XP, which does a lot in your lower levels, and catching an existing Pokemon gives you 100 XP, so a new Pokemon is 600 total. One you already have gives you 100. But as you first start out, every Pokemon is going to be a new Pokemon, but then you're going to get a lot of the same common Pokemon. So if you click on my Pokemon very quickly, you're going to see I've got quite a few Pidgeys and Zubats, some more Pidgeys and some more Pidgeys, and quite a few Weedles, some more Zubats, and guess what, some more Pidgeys, okay? So if you're using a lucky egg and you're just constantly getting Pokemon you've already got, it's a waste, okay? You're only getting 200 XP each time. Whereas if that lucky egg was being used when you're evolving Pokemon, you're getting a guaranteed 1000 XP. So you're going to use the lucky egg in conjunction with you evolving and incense, okay? So you get 2 to start out with. Incense is a mysterious fragrance that lures wild Pokemon. So as you can see, guess what? 30 minutes. So if you pop an incense, you'll get a little pink ring go around you, and it should attract Pokemon to you. Now, kind of if you're not really moving, not doing anything, you should get like a Pokemon or 2 Pokemon come to you about every 5 minutes. Ideally, what you would do is you will go to a Pokestop. You will use one of these lures if you have it, okay? A module that attracts Pokemon to a Pokestop for 30 minutes. The effect benefits other people nearby. So the idea is, once you have got all these Pokemon collected in your level, say 6, 7 or so, you will go to a Pokestop. You would drop this lure, and it will let all these little pink hearts go around it. If somebody else has dropped a lure, then go to that Pokestop yourself, be around that area, and you'll be technically, you benefit from the lure module because the Pokemon are meant to come towards that Pokestop. Then if you also pop your incense, they both stack, so you'll have an increased number of Pokemon around the Pokestop to start with, and then the incense will attract them to you, so you should get a larger selection of Pokemon and more frequently. So when you're popping that along with your lucky egg, you're going to increase all those new Pokemon that come in, all the Pokemon you're getting 200, 600 a pop, and then in between, when there isn't a Pokemon there, you just quickly start evolving a couple of your Pokemon, getting that 1000 XP, and you're going to get that mass rush of XP to get you from the middle levels up to the top, like the high levels, pretty soon. So that's what I'm going to be doing, okay? So that's what I'm going to go and do once I'm out of this video. I go do this. It's night time here, so I'm going to go out, do that, and then come back to you with my progress afterwards. But let's just quickly have a little look at the Pokemon, and we'll just pick a Pokemon, doesn't matter who. Get his Venonat in the middle. At the top, CP, that is his combat power. So it tells you that this Venonat has a combat power of 100. Okay, what does that mean? Well, not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest with you. It just gives you an idea of kind of how strong he is. Okay, but the more important thing is when you end up fighting Pokemon is to take advantage of Pokemon's weaknesses. Okay, so that's going to be more important in the long term. But in the short term, see if it gives you an idea of how strong the Pokemon is. And up here, this little arc tells you how far through his max power he is. So this Venonat, for example, is here near halfway at 100 CP. If I go backwards and I go to this Venonat at the top, no, that's my chop. 183, and he's further through his arc. Okay, you can see HP, you can see the type of Pokemon, his weight and height, which we'll come back to. You see Stardust, how much Stardust do you have, how many Venonat candy you have, and what it costs to power him up. So power him up will move his arc further up. It costs 1 candy and 800 Stardust. The higher or the further around the arc a Pokemon is, the more it's going to cost you in Stardust to level them up. And you get Stardust from powering, from leveling up. I believe I'm not sure if you can get it from Pokestops actually. You might not. You can get it from catching monsters and all kinds. Catching Pokemon, etc. So Stardust, you want to try and keep hold of, because you're going to need it to power up the ones you want to keep, and the ones you don't, you can scroll down, see the standard attack, which is the first one. That'll be just when you tap in the gym, that'll be the attack they do. And the second one is their special attack, and the 5 bars will tell you have to fill up 5 bars, and once you do, you can hold down on the screen and your Pokemon will do that special attack. But gyms will be at a later date. You click transfer if it's a Pokemon you don't want. You click yes, and then you will get 1 candy of that Pokemon. Okay, so I need here 50 Venonat candies to evolve him. But if I come down to this Pidgey, for example, I only need 12 Pidgey candies to evolve him because he is just a more common Pokemon. So as you can see, I have 51 Pidgey candies. So the aim is to sell or transfer all the weaker Pidgeys I have, get some extra candies, and then I will put those candies into evolving this Pidgey. Once he becomes a Pidgeotto, look up here, you will see he requires 50 candy to become a Pidgeot, and then it goes like that. So as the evolution of a Pokemon goes higher, when they get to their higher tiers, the number of candy you need increases. So you've got to obviously find lots and lots of that Pokemon in its lower form, just out in the wild, to try and sell the candy, because you get 3 candy for catching them, and then you get 1 for transferring them to the professor. So that's what you're going to basically be doing to level yourself up, to get yourself higher. The command, what did I say? Command? It's not command, is it? Sorry. The combat power of your Pokemon is going to be relevant to your level. So the higher your level, the easier it's going to be for you to get stronger Pokemon, okay? So just bear that in mind. You will still be out there getting these level 10 Pokemon coming up around you. Doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get them, but you can't start off and get good Pokemon, okay? If you're level 1, 2, 3, 4, you're not going to be getting the top Pokemon in the game. It just doesn't happen. You have to get further in the game, increasing your level, which allows you then to come up against and to catch stronger Pokemon with higher command points, and then by having higher command points it would then attract other Pokemon, rarer Pokemon, stronger Pokemon, okay? So the first 5 levels, get as much as you can, 6, 7, then you're going to start pushing them all together, transferring them if you don't need them. You're going to be evolving them using your lure eggs, using your using your lucky egg, lure, everything. You're just going to get this mass boost. You're going to go from level 5 to level 10 in like half an hour or an hour. You're then going to have some stronger Pokemon. Their combat power is going to be 280, 300, and then you're going to start being able to attract some slightly stronger Pokemon from the wild. So if you do see any of these little leaves flicking around as well, I'm trying to highlight them over here, that does let you know that there's Pokemon in that kind of area. So around there you should attract something. Now very quickly, down the bottom right, this is a Pokemon kind of tracker. Top left is the one nearest to you, bottom right is one furthest away for you. So you go 1, 2, 3 from left to right on the top, kind of like reading a book and going down the lines. The feet underneath should tell you how close they are. 3 feet should be not very close, 2 feet should be kind of close, 1 feet should be you're almost there, and no feet underneath the Pokemon would indicate that you are basically on top of it. If you wait 10 seconds, it should appear. Fortunately, I've never got anything apart from 3 feet. This is completely bugged me, so I can't actually go and find specific Pokemon. It has to be lucky. Hopefully that fixes in the future. With that said, guys, just want a couple of things before we kick off. Remember, it's a game to be enjoyed and be played safely, because you are going to be out walking around. Don't go places that you're not sure about. Don't wander off if you're meant to be with people, etc., just to go to Pokemon stops. Remember that this game does kill your battery, okay? So if you happen to drive, then I recommend not playing the game when you're driving, but leaving your phone plugged in, and you can leave the app on if you need to. So if you're going around, you might charge your eggs a bit, which I'll come to just before I end this. But yeah, leave your phone charged. If you have a portable charger, then I recommend taking that with you. If you're going around as a passenger in a car, you can have your phone charging, flick it round when you go past various Pokestops to collect the rewards, collect the Pokeballs, collect the potions, everything that you get. And then when you get out of the car, you just detach your phone, play. When you come back in, plug it back in. It's going to be your best way to get the best, kind of the most out of your phone from a game that is going to destroy your battery. Your GPS has to be on the whole time as well, or your location, and you will find this little Pokeball in the top left hand corner spins around a lot. That lets you know that you're basically dropping for the moment, and you are not going to get anything for that period of time. So if that happens, that you just saw there and you're trying to get a Pokestop, you're going to miss it. So unless you can sit there and wait till it goes, so just bear that in mind. Remember as well, people, that your CP makes a difference, okay, to the kind of Pokemon you can get. So get that CP up. Is the best way to do that is to get your level up. Get your level up, do that mass leveling, and then take it from there. So I'm going to go now, guys. You've seen a few of my people. I'll show you that I've got a few eggs here. If you go to the Pokemon and you scroll across to the right, these are eggs. 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 10 kilometer eggs, and that's how far you're going to walk. You can only hatch them in incubators. You start off with an orange incubator, which you can use as many times as you like. The blue incubators, you get 1. You can use it 3 times before it breaks. The rest of them have to be purchased, but eggs are a great way to get Pokemon. The 2 kilometer eggs will get you the kind of common Pokemon, but you can still get, Pokemon like Squirtle and Charmander in it, and Pikachu. The 5 kilometer ones tend to be a mix of the common and the rare, and the 10 kilometer tend to be the rarer Pokemon. That doesn't mean they're going to be great Pokemon. Could be something like a Bellsprout, but they're going to be the rarer ones, okay? So I hope that's given you a little insight into the game and what you can do for the first few levels to get you up there. Then I'm going to come back and show you what's happened when I go out, use those lucky eggs, use the lure on the stop, use my incense, and in the next video I'm going to show you kind of my progress. So thank you for watching, good luck everyone, see you all soon.